What's up, everybody? This is Jake at jakecpunut.com, and I am super excited. And if you read my last blog post, I asked the question. My last blog post was, "Have you made your own beer?" And talked about how as soon as I could get time, find time, or whatever, I was going to buy Mr. Beer Kit and attempt to make my own beer and see just how it goes. So. Lo and behold, this past Saturday was my birthday, which is after the video, or after the question that I asked that. And so Saturday, one of my gifts from Misty, my fiance, was, ta-da, Mr. Beer Kit, home beer kit. So I was really excited and couldn't wait to break into it and start the process. So what I thought I would do is lay everything out, kind of let you see what comes with it, and just go through the steps. I'm not going to bore you with all the details of watching me do everything. I'll probably get everything set up as I go and tell you what I'm going to do it and talk about it, and I'll be learning and you'll be learning at the same time. So I know there's other videos out there that I've watched and reviews I've done on all this stuff, but you know me, I want to do this stuff myself. If I'm going to tell you to buy something or offer something to you, or even tell you, I like this product, then I want to know firsthand, that it works and that it does what it's supposed to do. So that's what I'm going to do. Plus, I'm a beer drinker. I like to drink beer. I don't drink a lot of beer, but when I drink beer, I like to drink a good beer. And so, like I said, we're going to give it a shot. The kit. The one Misty got me, there's actually several different kits you can buy, but the basic kit doesn't come with bottles. I think it's like $39. I recommend go ahead and stepping up to the $49 model that comes with 8 reusable bottles and caps. That's the difference, and I'll show you all that stuff here in a second. But for $50 you can get started, and after that you can buy refills, which run you anywhere from $12.95 to like $18, depending on, they have a variety of different refills for different taste and alcohol levels and that sort of thing. Plus, you can do I've read the material they send with this kit is just really put together well. It's got all kinds of little pamphlets and instructions, and it's really unlimited as to what you can do. And I'm excited about it because after I learn the basics and get comfortable doing it, then I can start adding my own flavors if I want, and fruits and all kinds of different things. So, like I say, and a lot of people kind of crack on the Mr. Beer Kit because it's not from scratch per se, but to me it's a great learning experience, and I've read enough reviews and seen enough videos to know that people really do like it, and it's a great kit. So just kind of go over real quick what comes with it. I'll just point that out. You get the little fermenting keg. I call it the keg, fermenting container. This is where the fermenting's done. You get 8 of these plastic bottles with caps. Like I say, these can be reused. They're made for carbonated drinks, so they're safe and all that. You got the cleanser. Everything. That's my first step. That's the first thing I'm going to be doing after I get done with this little bit, is sanitizing all my utensils and sanitizing the fermentator. Where'd that come from? Sanitizing the fermenter and all the utensils and everything that I'll be using, to make the beer. Comes with no rinse cleanser, and actually I've got all my stuff together, all my little whisks and measuring cup and spoons and all that stuff. I guess you can see. Got all that together, so I'll be sanitizing all that here shortly. All that has to go inside here with the sanitizer, the cleanser, for like 10 minutes, I think it is, before I read the instructions. But we'll be doing all that here in a minute. And I'll go over this stuff again, but I'll just show you what all comes with it right now. After the sanitizing is done and I'm ready, Roxanne thinks I'm getting ready to give her a treat, but I'm not. After the sanitizing is done and I'm getting ready to start the brewing process, you basically put water in the pot, stir in the booster, which is the sugar and all mixture, boost alcohol in body, it says. And after that's done, you come to your extract. And basically what Mr. Beer has done is taken the hops and the barley and all the stuff that you use from scratch to make beer and done all really the hard work and put it in a condensed form, which is this extract, this can of extract. And after you put in the booster in the water and stir it in, you boil it, bring it to a boil, then you take it away from the heat and you stir in your extract. And that's basically it. After you do that, you pour your, that's called, what's the word for it? I forgot the word. Let me look it up because I don't want to leave it out. It's called wort, W-O-R-T, wort. That's what that mixture is called. After you do that, you pour your wort into the fermenter. And then you add your brewer's yeast, which, you know, they provide everything you need. You don't have to buy anything or do anything. So, or you do have to do something. You don't have to buy anything else if you get the one with the bottles. Add your brewer's yeast to your wort that's been poured in here. I think you add some more water. Like I say, I'll get into all that when I get to that part. But that's it. Put it in a room where the temperature is going to be from 68 to 76 degrees, which is where fermentation takes place, and that's where your yeast starts eating the sugar. The booster, it starts eating the sugar, and fermentation takes place. You know, which turns your sugars and stuff into alcohol. And it takes a minimum of 7 days. It's recommended at least 2 weeks, and I'm going to go for the longer 2 weeks. That's going to be the sucky part of this is the waiting period, because I'm very impatient for something like this. I want it done, but I'm going to do this right, and I'm going to take my time. It'll stay in this bad boy in a room out of direct sunlight with a consistent temperature, like I say, between 68 and 76 degrees for at least 2 weeks. May go a little longer. You can look at it and tell by the sediment and the clarity to tell if you want to go a little longer or whatever. After that, you use the same method that you used to cleanse this and clean it to cleanse your bottles. You take the same no rinse cleanser that they provide. You use half of it for your keg or your fermenter, and then you use the other half for your bottles to sanitize those. And when you're ready to bottle your brew, you fill them up. Actually, you put in for these size bottles, you put in I think it's a teaspoon. I've got it here somewhere, but it's like a teaspoon and a half of sugar in these bottles. Then you add your brew, seal them up, shake it a little bit, and what that's going to do is the yeast is going to continue to work on the sugar that you put in, and continue, to form alcohol and also to form carbon dioxide or CO2. That gives that pressure and all that. That'll build up. You don't want to have too much sugar because it could actually explode, so you have to be real careful. And which, like I say, it's all laid out for you. Everything's real simple. And after it's bottled, it needs to sit for I think at least 7 days is what the documentation instructions say. So I'm looking at 3 weeks total. It's going to be a long time to wait for me to sample my first home brew, but I believe it'll be worth the wait. And after the bottling and carbonating, you can do another little step that I'll get into later, but I don't know if I'll do that or not. But anyway, I'm going to shut this off now, and I don't know how long these videos are going to run. I'll split them up in parts if I have to, but this will definitely be part one, and I'm going to sanitize my fermenter and all my utensils and get that out of the way, and then I'll come back to you when I get ready to make my mixture up, and we'll go from there and see how it goes. Appreciate you coming by the blog.